See. Hey, let's get rolling. I am so appreciative of your time and for being here. So first of all, thank you for choosing to spend your time here with me for the next 40 minutes. I know you could spend your time doing other things, whether it's morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. So I'm just so grateful that you're here and for choosing to hang out with me for the next little bit. So thank you. Thrilled you're here. My name is Leo, as you know from the emails you receive in regards to learning more about online marketing. And I'm going to be going through exactly what I said I was going to be doing. I'm going to be sharing my screen, showing you around the training platform that I started using a little over 2.5 years ago. I started in August 2020. Funny enough, originally I was living in a completely different part of the world. I was born in Ireland, born and raised in Ireland. I lived in the Caribbean for a bunch of years in a beautiful place called Grand Cayman. And more recently, I've been in South America, spending time just traveling around South America. So I've been enjoying the geographical freedom that running an online business brings you. And it's a really cool space to be in. So I'm going to be getting into that and how I've managed to put all that together and then how it all works. So say I'm going to keep it as brief as I can. And I will keep the presentation to 40 minutes as promised. And then if any of you want to hang out with me afterwards and ask any questions and pick what's left of my 55-year-old brains, you're more than welcome to. Would love to do that as well. Love to just check in with everyone before we get started, because I see lots of names and pictures here. If you drop either in the chat or in the Q&A below, drop in where you're from, where you're tuning in from. Would love to just get a picture for where everybody's dialing in from. So if you can do that for me, just go ahead and type in the chat where you're all living right now, just to get an idea. I can nearly guarantee wherever you are, we're going to have members already in our community from there. But you may prove me wrong, but I'm pretty confident that that won't be the case. So either in the chat or the Q&A below, go ahead and type in where you're from. Say I'm currently in Peru, in South America, temporarily, just based down here for the next 6 months, and then going to be going back to Grand Cayman. And hopefully next year we'll be spending lots more time in Ireland. And that's the thing. Once you get this done properly, up and running, you can pretty much take it everywhere. And that was a big thing for me was travel. So I see, thank you for dropping in the group. I see Ahmed from Egypt. I was just on a call with a member from Lebanon. That part of the world, we have lots of members coming in. Serge Phillips from South Africa, Johannesburg. Great to have you here with us, Serge. Thank you for joining us. Who else? We have Dan coming in from the United Kingdom. Wonderful to have you with us, Dan. I see, who else have we got? Rebecca coming in from Australia. Wow. We're covering all corners of the world here. Lewis is coming in from Cayman Islands, Grand Cayman, 7 Mile Beach. Lewis, thank you for joining us. I miss my morning walks on 7 Mile Beach, but we'll be getting back over to Grand Cayman later in the year. Essa is from Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome, Essa. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Was there a bunch of years ago on cruise ships. We used to go there frequently around the Caribbean. Sven is coming in from Costa Rica, beautiful Costa Rica with the pink flamingos and the pink sand. Currently in Colombia, working for a couple of days. Wow, exciting. Samsung, Sam is coming in from the Netherlands. iPhone is coming in from Anguilla. This is amazing. I mean, look how global this is already, and this is just a few of us on the call. It is quite extraordinary. Oh, I see John popping in from Ireland. Absolutely amazing. Keep that coming. Drop in the chat or the Q&A below. Bongs, I'm gonna crush this. I'm sorry. Bong Umasa coming in from Pretoria, also from South Africa. So welcome, one and all. Great to have you here. Quick question for anybody, just with a show of hands, there was a global event happened earlier this week called The Art of Living with none other than Mr. Matthew McConaughey. It was a live global event that took place on Monday. And he had partnered with Tony Robbins, with Dean Graziosi. Did anybody see that event? Just for the show of hands, or even type in the chat. Anybody? A couple of you did. I see hands going up there. Lewis, I think, was that you you saw it? Okay. It was really, really interesting because it was all about lifestyle, you know, really making big positive impact to your life and change in it. And I've been a kind of a, I don't know, fan of Matthew McConaughey, but I've always admired him. I've always thought he's a straight shooter. He seems pretty genuine, great actor. So I was curious just to learn more. So I went to the call. It was a 4-hour call that turned into 6 hours. Now, I did not stay for the 6 hours. I didn't even stay for 4 hours. I stayed for about 2 hours. And it was really, really interesting. But what disappointed me was that there was a big sales pitch about halfway through it. And I just felt that that was unnecessary. And actually, I know they've been getting a lot of criticism for setting it up the way they set it with. And basically what the sales pitch was to do an 8-week course with Matthew McConaughey. It's called a Road Trip. And it was going to be a weekly webinar, 8 webinars, one each week. And the expectation, it was all around mindset and shifting your mindset to where you want to get in your life and in establishing what you want more of, establishing your why. All very interesting stuff. But at the end of the 8 weeks, it's gone. There was no follow-up from that. It was literally 8-week access with Matthew McConaughey. Retail was $1,000. They were discounting it to $397. And that was it. And I was actually quite shocked. And I think a lot of people were very disappointed because they pitched it as being a free event, which it was. But to put the sales pitch in, I didn't think it was appropriate. And it wasn't sustainable. You're going to see the opportunities that I'm going to be showing you, but to just think that 8 weeks you can change everything in your life, it doesn't work. That you can change a lot of things, as you're going to see, but to make lasting and sustainable change, you're going to have to commit longer than 8 weeks for that, because it takes work to build up. So I just thought it was interesting just to touch in on that, and some of you were on that as well. So as promised, I'm going to be doing a couple of things. I'm going to be going straight into sharing my screen and showing you the actual training platform that I have been using since the last 2.5 years. Real quick recap. I was 2020 August in lockdown in Grand Cayman. We were in full lockdown there. So I was on furlough. I wasn't getting paid. And I came across this opportunity. I was very unhappy in my job, if I'm being honest. I was working 80 plus hours a week, high stress job, had to work from home, was looking for a way out for about 5 years, but couldn't find a different way. I was in hospitality and sales. And I came across this opportunity to start learning how to leverage the internet and market online. And it really piqued my interest. In much the same way as you probably saw a video of me and said, this guy seems to have an interesting story. Let me learn more about it. And that was the exact same path that I went down. And when I started learning more about it, I really felt that this was the way forward for me. I came with a lot of skepticism. I really felt that I was too old. I was 52 at the time. I'm 55 now. I felt I was too old to change my life and to take on something new. I thought it was way over my head for the tech stuff. I thought it was for the younger generation. I was coming up with so many reasons not to do it, but I still felt that it was worth pursuing and that it could deliver on my desire to have more time freedom. My work life was like this. My work was up here and my quality of life was here. And while I was making great money, I was working 6 days a week, 80 plus hours a week. I wanted to find a way to bring my lifestyle to there. And actually bring the quality of life above my working life. And I managed to do that. So I'm going to be getting into showing you the training program. And you decide for yourself if it's something you think you're going to be interested in, but I'm going to straight shoot it, show you exactly how it works. And you can decide if it's something you want to move forward with. So this company, it's an online training program essentially called Launch You. You see launchu.com there. And it offers videos on demand. It's all video-based training with integrated live webinars, coaching. It's really sustainable. You can have access to this for as long as you want. You can come in for a month, you can come in for 6 months. You decide, you make it yours. So there's a couple of different entry level points within LaunchU. And this is what you're going to see when you come in as a new member. This will be the actual training program and the dashboard. Just to show you, I'm just going to give you a tour around. So you're going to get access to live webinars that take place pretty much Monday to Friday. Several webinars. These are live, interactive, professional coaches. Sometimes it's for website to help you build out your website. It can be, you know, preparing and launching your dream business, physical products, and so many different dynamics to it. New member orientation. So when you come in as a new member, you get invited onto a live orientation with the founders of the company. What else? How to be an e-commerce pro. So I'm going to be showing you through the training. Typically, you're going to have e-commerce, you're going to have affiliate marketing, or you're going to have coaching. They're the three principal business models in the online world. And I'm going to be getting into each of those with you. And the training covers all three, whichever direction you decide to go in. Today, how to be a super affiliate. So if you're going for affiliate marketing, you can learn from the experts, illuminate potential. That's some of our members talk about successes they've made. I'm hearing some interference coming through. Could I ask you all to check that you are muted, please, so that we can keep running this nice and smoothly. So that's the training calendar you have access to there. So the entry level options. Still getting interference. I'm gonna have to stop sharing screen and check who's not muted. Sorry about this, folks, but please, if I can ask you to stay muted for now so that we can get through this without any distractions. Okay, it's gone all quiet again. Thank you, appreciate that. Go back in, share screen again. Okay, so Modern Wealthy is a starting point. It's one of two starting points. And the best way I can describe Modern Wealthy, if, for example, you decided you want to join a gym, but you want to kind of get a chance just to check out the gym first, and you don't want to have to pay a monthly subscription or a yearly membership. There's somebody, this is kind of, I'm going to, it's getting frustrating. Martha, I'm going to mute you, and if you could please stay muted, please. Okay, you're muted, thank you. So Modern Wealthy is a great way just to take a look-see, just to dip your feet in with minimal commitment, let's put it that way. So you could basically get access for a couple of weeks or even a few weeks just to see if you like the gym. This is the exact same thing. Modern Wealthy, it's entry-level learning. And what happens when you come in at Modern Wealthy level? First of all, your training program, you get access to 7 workshop videos, and they're going to explain to you pretty much step by step how online marketing works. You heard me mention earlier affiliate marketing, e-commerce, coaching. That will talk you through each of those things and how they work. They're all on-demand videos, so you can watch them in your own time. They're not live. Pardon me, they're hosted by the mentor of LaunchU and the co-founder, which is a guy called Stuart Ross. Stuart has been in the online space way longer than me. He started about 13 years ago, has built up multiple seven-figure businesses from it. He knows what he's talking about. And everything I've learned through Stuart as well. So the reason they call it the Modern Wealthy way, Modern Wealthy is the new way to make money online. And when you learn properly how to market online, you can set up systems that will work 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. As it is now, those of you that are working in jobs, you get paid based on the number of hours you physically work every day. It's not physically possible to work 24 hours a day. So you're in this hamster wheel where you're trading your time for money. You're given a certain number of hours. and you get paid a certain amount based on that. And it's very hard to move past that unless you work more and more hours. The modern wealthy way is to learn how to create systems that work for you 24 hours a day. I'm going to be showing you some examples later on into this of how I've now managed to set up systems that make me money while I sleep, literally. So it's 7 workshop videos that are going to take you through step by step how that's all going to work. I'm going to go back to what else you get. So you get access to a Modern Wealthy Facebook group. So Facebook group, this is the Modern Wealthy Facebook group. You get to interact with other members who are also starting out and beginning to learn. And if, just to show you the size of the community here, if you look at the top left of the screen, today, currently there are 5,800 members within LaunchU from all over the world. All those countries that you dropped in earlier, we have members in there from there and so many more. It's highly interactive, just a place for you to kind of connect and brainstorm. You learn from people that are 1 to 2 steps ahead of you. Somebody there that's going through a coaching program to be their own coaches. So they're just giving the feedback on the unstoppable coaching business. Lots of support, members just putting comments in there. Really, really interactive and very, very cool. So that is the Modern Wealthy Facebook. Somebody's been reading Sell Like Crazy, which I think I have it here. It's a great read because it's all about how to leverage and generate sales online. So the bottom line is somebody just made a sale online, which is extraordinary. Then they were just announcing that as well. So, you know, just a very supportive, uplifting space to be in. And I wanted to show you that just to show you that you're not going to be on your own. The moment you step into this space, you're going to be having access to networking with so many other people. Makes it really fun and very engaging. Couple of other things with the Modern Wealthy, you get to download an ebook. That's Stuart wrote that book, Authority Marketing, and that's yours to keep, regardless whether you continue or not. You get to keep the downloadable ebook. Martha, could you please? I'm going to mute you again. If you could please stay unmuted, please and thank you. You get to join the Modern Wealthy Facebook group, watch the 7-day fast start videos, which I showed you, and you actually get to schedule what's called a vision call. So you get access to a professional coach within LaunchU. They'll ask you a few questions to get an idea for what your goals are, what it is that you want to achieve, and you're getting all that at entry level Modern Wealthy. Which is an opportunity just to have a look and have a see if this is something you want to commit to moving forward to. I related this to the gym membership, just getting access to the gym for a couple of weeks to see if you like it. If you don't, you carry on. If you do, then you get to experience it and you decide to join the gym. You also get affiliate marketing, which is an affiliate marketing course. You get Ecom 101, lots of little extras there. So that is Modern Wealthy. The next point from there is called Launchpad. And Launchpad is where if you've decided, okay, this is where I want to be, I want to start building everything out. I want to, learn what I have to do to start marketing, to build my website. That's when you're going to access what's called Launchpad. Launchpad will take your learning to a whole different level. I'm going to go through it quickly with you. You get at this point, you get access to a consultant. So you're going to be taken by the hand with your consultant. They will map out a blueprint based on your journey. You get access to a Launchpad members group, similar in the private Facebook group. And the actual training modules, I'm going to pull those up. And there's quite a bit more to these because this is where you start putting everything together. And these are the module 1. These are the videos. Again, you can watch them any time of day or night. That's just one module. There are 6 modules here. I think there's a total of about 56 videos in all of the modules, step by step by step. You're going to get, again, it's Stuart that's hosting those, the mentor. You're going to get action steps. So here, for example, reference links, you're going to download a study guide. You're going to join the mentors group, Facebook group. You're going to do what's called a Best Life Blueprint. those of you who are at the McConaughey, living, you know, creating your best life, that's the equivalent of the blueprint. You get to go on this journey that's really going to elevate your current quality of life. And that's just one part of it before you start building everything out. So it's step by step. You can start, you take lots of notes, and piece by piece, you start setting everything up. You go from the mindset and the blueprint to then beginning to build everything out, the different business models. You know, you've heard me talking about affiliate marketing, e-commerce, you know, creating multiple income streams, step by step by step by step. So literally, you just click into each of the videos. This one is 11 minutes, 45 seconds. You watch and learn with Stuart, take your notes, and then you click next and you go on to the next one when you're ready to, and it brings you straight through the next one, which is e-commerce, which is physical products. Step by step by step, then you go through to what's called your niche and avatar. That'll teach you what products or services you want to promote, where you want to promote them. It'll go from there to help you build out your website, which you're going to need to do to start marketing, and then which platforms you're going to start marketing on. So it's fully integral, fully everything you need to start marketing online, you get at Launchpad. You don't get it at Modern Wealthy. Modern Wealthy is just to get a look-see, to see if you want to commit to this. Launchpad is where you start building everything out. By the time you get to the end of this training, you are ready to start marketing. How long will it take you to get through to the end of it? It depends how much time you commit to it. If you can find 1 hour a day, 5-6 times a week, you can finish this in 6 to 8 weeks. That's the time frame. If you can manage 4 hours a day, you can finish it in 3 or 4 weeks. If you can only do 2 hours a week, it's going to take you 3 or 4 months. So there's not one fits all. It's going to be down to you how much time and effort you can commit to doing that. So that's just a quick overview of Launchpad and then how that works. It's a phenomenal program. Everything I have learned to market successfully online has been through Launchpad. It taught me how, do I have a website? It taught me how to build my website. I knew nothing about the tech stuff. And within, I think about 10 days, I built up my website. And I'm not techie. I was terrified of the tech stuff. It was really easy, drag and drop. Incidentally, you don't have to put your picture out there. I was comfortable branding myself with my website, which is your journey. And I was able to put that together. And I've also integrated multiple income streams, 5 or 6 different income streams. One of my passions is health and well-being. So I'm actually an Amazon affiliate. So I promote products through Amazon, and I don't ship them, I don't buy the products, I don't store them. I simply promote the products. And then when somebody buys the product through my link, I get paid a commission based on that. It's extraordinary. I didn't even know this was possible. It's called affiliate marketing. It is absolutely game-changing. If you think of companies like, let's say, Airbnb, they don't own the homes that they promote, but when somebody books a home through their website, they get paid a commission on that. That's what affiliate marketing is. Think of Expedia.com. Expedia promote flights. You can book flights through them. You can book hotels. They don't own the airlines. They don't own the hotels. But when you book through them, that's when they make commissions on that. And that's essentially exactly what affiliate marketing is. So you don't have to go into spending all this sorts of money on products and storing and shipping. That's a whole different business model. That's what e-commerce is. And you can do that if you decide to do that, but that's a whole different business model. So that's just a quick look-see at my website. In addition, at Launchpad, to all those trainings, you get access to what's called LinkedIn Learning. And LinkedIn is a very professional business app, as a lot of you will know. And within LinkedIn Learning, do a lot of professional training. To access LinkedIn Learning independently will probably cost you about $1,000 a year just to access LinkedIn. That is automatically included into your Launchpad membership, which is really something else. And you've access, I think it's 20,000 plus trainings in there, and you can make it very relevant. If you decide you want to be on TikTok to market, you can learn how to TikTok. If you want to be on YouTube, you don't want to show your face at all, and you want to do Google SEO search, or you want to do some sort of different advertising, you can learn through this. One really interesting thing right now is AI, artificial intelligence. There's a lot of talk out there right now about AI. So just as an example, if I type in AI here, just to show you the search in LinkedIn Learning, here we go, Introduction to Prompt Engineering, Generative AI, AI Foundations. It'll show you step by step, just as an example, how to tap in and brush up your skills and start learning how to do AI for marketing and broadcasting. It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So that's an overview of the programs. Let me go back to, I'm keeping an eye on the time here. We're coming up to the 30-minute mark. There is a third program there. It's called Accelerate. And Accelerate is for people who want to get coaching. If you decide you don't want to do all the stuff that I've just showed you, what I've just showed you, it's called DIY, do it yourself. And that is where you go into your Launchpad training, you watch the videos, you take your notes, and then you start building everything out. If you decide, you know, Leo, I don't want to do that. I run my own company. I don't have time. I want somebody to build a website. I want somebody to build all my ads. Then you can access what's called Accelerate, and you can basically switch from done, do it yourself, to done for you. You can access experts in LaunchU, and they will do those things for you. So you have so many options there. You decide what's going to work for you, and then you take it on that way. So what am I going to get into? I'll talk a little bit about my journey. So I've generated multiple income streams. One of those, I'm an affiliate marketer for LaunchU, which is the products that I'm showing you now. So I promote those products because I believe passionately in them. It's changed my life. And I'm on a mission to help others. I brought hundreds of members into this space who have either they've changed their lives or they're in the process of changing their lives. I believe passionately in the program, and I also generate affiliate commissions based on bringing new members in here. And it's just I showed you my website with my Amazon products. That's another income stream. I also do coaching. I do one-on-one coaching myself. But in regards to generating commissions through LaunchU, just to show you an idea of the potential of this, and I'm going to put a clear disclaimer out. What you're going to see on my earnings for year to date, for 2023 so far, I'm over 2.5 years. When I started 2.5 years ago learning, I started marketing in November 2020. So a little over 2 years ago, I started marketing. So what you're going to see now on my year-to-date earnings, I know some people out there, they want to see this. I don't particularly enjoy showing it, but I know some people are skeptical and they're like, you know, how have you made money online? So I'm happy to show that. So just within LaunchU, this is another dashboard where all your business assets are in there. It's different to the training. This is where, should you choose to be an affiliate marketer for LaunchU, you get access to this. I haven't been in this since yesterday, so we'll take a look together. So my year-to-date earnings so far, I'm just going to click into that. Where are we at? So as you see, today is April 27th. It is exactly 3:31 my time. Year to date, I've earned $66,493. You can see in the top right there, my name is there, my picture. This is the real deal. This is what I have managed to generate in less than 4 months of this year. You'll see here what's called clawbacks. Sometimes members come in. I'm going to talk to you about that because I'm happy to share everything. Sometimes members come in and they spend a couple of weeks and say, you know what, I just don't think it's for me. And LaunchU will say that is perfectly fine. In your first 30 days, either you're modern wealthy, if you come in at modern wealthy, or if you come in at Launchpad, which is where I started, If you decide it's not for you in your first 30 days, you cancel it, you get a full refund. No questions. That's it. So of the $66,000 I've earned so far this year, there's been 4,850 members that come in cancel. I've absolutely no problem with that. I don't want people to commit to this if it's not for them, and they get a full refund. So currently I've earned $61,000 in less than 4 months. So that's an average of what, little over $15,000 a month. Again, I'm going to be very, very clear. You will not make that in your first 6 months. My target in my first 6 months was to have a $5,000 revenue month. And I did that. I made over $20,000 in the first 6 months. But that was my journey. You know, I'm never going to guarantee that for anybody in there. But I know some people need to see just to be convinced that this is a real opportunity. So that's why I was happy to share that. So the different options for joining Launchpad and Modern Wealthy. So to access Modern Wealthy will cost you a one-time payment of $37. Think back to what I showed you, everything you get at Modern Wealthy. And that's it. It's a one-time payment. If you don't, and it's worth retail value, it's worth $697. But you can get it today for $37. If you don't like it in your first 30 days, you cancel, you get a full refund. There's the refund policy there. And you just move on. That is it. So that is Modern Wealthy. I'm going to be dropping links for this into the chat shortly. So if you want to get into this and just learn more, Stuart does talk about Modern Wealthy here. So if you feel you want to watch that, you can do that as well. So Launchpad is going to be the next one. Let me see. Launchpad, different program. Hopefully you understand the two different programs. Launchpad, to get started, it's $197, and it's subscription based. It's monthly, so it's going to cost you $197. This is in USD, US dollars. It's going to cost you $197 for your first month, and then each month after that, it's going to be $99 US. Or you can pay it for a year and save, and you pay $997. Yes, it is an investment in your education, but I say by the time you get through the end of Launchpad, you're ready to start marketing. You have built everything out and you are ready to rock and roll. Now, in my email to you, inviting you onto this call, I did promise you that I was going to give you a $98 gift voucher if you jump onto the call today or if you watch this. And I'm going to come true to that. So instead of paying $197 today to get started with Launchpad, I'm going to give you a special offer where you can pay just $99. So you're going to save $98. Space is limited. There's only a few slots there. When they are gone, they are gone. And then you're going to be going back to the full retail price of the $197. Let me just drop those links in the chat. Let's see how we're doing on time. So I've just dropped two links into chat. The first one is that 99 discount where you pay just 99 to access Launchpad. The one below that is the Modern Wealthy program for just one single payment of $37. Again, both are fully refundable in your first 30 days. If for any reason you don't like what you see, nothing to lose, folks. Absolutely nothing to lose. So those links will be gone when we close this call down. So go ahead and grab those links so that you can access that after the call. I'm hearing somebody else is not muted. Just if I can ask everyone to check again that they're muted. One more thing to show you, and then I'm going to open it up for Q&A. I'm going to finish. Yeah, I can get this done in the next 4 minutes. So typically some of the reasons why people don't start. A lot of people tell me, Leo, I want to get started, but there's a but, and I want to talk through that. Can I ask everyone to please do a check again to make sure you're muted? Arthur, thank you again. Rigo Perdo, I'm muting you. Please, guys, just in fairness to everybody else on the call, it can be very annoying when somebody's chatting in over. So please stay muted. So some of the top reasons why people don't get started, I don't have the time. That was one of the big reasons why I came in here was to make more time. I was working 80+ hours a week, but I also knew I needed to find a way to invest time in this to make more time. As I mentioned earlier, if you could find 1 hour a day, 4 to 5 times a week, you can get this up and running in 6 to 8 weeks. If it's important enough to you, you will find 1 hour a day. I don't have the money. I understand that times are hard. It's absolutely understandable. But I was in the same position. I was in furlough. I was not making money when I started. And I decided, you know, this is more important than me ordering takeout. It's more important than me drinking wine or beer. It's more important than my Netflix subscription. I just canceled all those things to make money to invest into my education. I've made that back, as you see, many, many times over. But if it's important enough to you, you will find a way. I don't know what products I can sell online. Hopefully, with what I've shown today, you do not need to invest in any products to sell online. You can learn how to become an affiliate marketer and promote those products to sell online. Mo, I'm muting you, thank you. I'm too old. I get it. I was the same. I was 52 when I started, 55 now. I see members ahead of me in their 60s and beyond who are making even more money than I am online. So do not let age dictate that you are too old to start here. You're not. Don't have the tech skills was a big one for me. Again, this is all step by step by step. And when it comes to the tech stuff, you're going to get webinars that are going to help you step by step with that. Some people think they need to be a media influencer. They need to have a ton of followers. You don't. I am not active on social media. I'm just not. This will teach you how to target market. So as part of the training, you will learn how to put ads out there on whatever platform you want to do it. You do not need to be an influencer or have any followers. Somebody else has the mic off, please mute. Anything to do with online business is a scam. I get it. I was really skeptical about that one. If what I have shown you, if that doesn't reassure you that this is the real deal, then I cannot help you anymore with that. I just can't. I've shown up here on a call. I send you these emails regularly. Scammers don't do that. They don't open up, they just share the screen and show you around. So realistically, you're going to have to get past that one. If you still feel like it is, research Launch You online, research me. You can find out lots more about me on my website or on YouTube, but it's up to you at that point. Don't have a laptop. You don't need a laptop to do the training. If you have an iPhone, which you're all on the call, or an iPad, you can go through the entire training program with those devices. Yes, at some point you will need a laptop when it comes to actually marketing, but that's later on in it. Don't let that slow you down. If you need a laptop, make a plan to get one, but don't let that slow you down, get it started. I'm afraid of failing, huge one. Everyone's afraid of failure. What are people going to think? Being judged by your family or friends. Do not worry about what anyone else thinks. If you're at a point in your life where you want to make change, then you get at it. This is the place to do it. Do not worry about failing. The only way that you're going to fail when you come into this space is if you give up. It's as simple as that. You have everything you need to be successful. Let me just move on, a couple more slides. Lots of pros and cons. And I always weigh things up when I make decisions. The pluses and the minuses. So they are some of the cons, the downside of committing to getting involved in this. There's not many of them. It's going to take you some time to learn. Yes, it's going to be an investment in your education. I went through all of the training in 6 weeks. I decided I was going to do video ads. I bought myself a tripod, which you see there. I bought myself a selfie stick. You don't have to do video ads. I spent $280 on everything. My education, my equipment, my marketing, and I started marketing with a $280 investment 6 weeks later. So you can keep this as simple or as complicated as you want it. Compare that to if you decide you're going to open up a clothing store. You're going to have to rent or buy property that's going to cost you tens of thousands. You're going to have to stock it, which is going to cost you probably hundreds of thousands. You're going to have to staff it, which is going to cost you hundreds of thousands every year. You're going to have insurance, vacation pay, all sorts of stuff. That's a massive investment, and you've no guarantee of success versus investing in your education. And investing a small amount, it literally works out at about $2 or $3 a day on this education. You're going to get that back if you commit to it. You're most likely going to have to spend less time on social media and Netflix, because you're not going to build a business watching Netflix or social media. That's where you're going to find that 1 to 2 hours a day. Is cut out your Netflix, cut out your scrolling on Facebook, spend it doing something useful and learning something, and you can be up and running in a really short space of time. It's going to require a commitment to putting in the work. This is no quick get rich quick scheme. If you thought it was, you're in the right place. If you thought you can just watch a few videos and get rich, it's not going to work here. You're going to have to commit to the program, see it through and put in the work. And that's the only way. I wouldn't want to have it anyway. Anything that's out there that says, watch this video, 4 weeks from now, you're going to be rich, run and don't look back. As I showed you, this is sustainable. This is not a quick watch a few videos. You come in for as long as you need, get everything that you need, and then you take it and you run. Up to you. And it's going to test your perseverance. Not everybody succeeds. I want everybody to succeed, but there are no guarantees. It's going to be up to you how you approach this. Simple as that. Versus the pros. And these are just a quick list of the advantages of coming in, not just the online space, but within this space of LaunchU, that you can deliver on pretty much anything you want to have. There's a good chance watching this, you want to make some sort of change in your life, whether it's you want to make more money, you want to have more time freedom, you want to work less, you want to do something that actually makes you feel good when you work in the morning, you want geographical freedom. Yes, please. You name it, whatever reason you have, you're going to find it in the space. I'm not going to go through them all there. You see the slide, additional income, making money 24/7. I'm going to show you what my automated systems did last night, right up until before this call. I'm going to show you that on the next slide because I took a quick print screen. This is what authority marketing is, and when you put systems that work 24/7 for you, it's extraordinary. Creating time freedom, big one for me. Stop trading your time for money, I spoke about earlier. Being able to work from home. This is my office now. I love it. I don't have to be stuck in a daily commute. I calculated I'd spend 48 hours a month driving to work and from work. I never got that back. I couldn't do anything else. It's just a whole different way of doing it. I'm not going to go through them all, but you take a pick what works for you. Like that, want to spend more time with your kids, do the school runs, actually do something you love doing. We all deserve that. And I just wasn't happy 2.5 years ago. I was a very unhappy person, not because of Leo, the person, because of the work that I was doing. And I knew that if I did nothing to change that, it was never going to change. Simple as that. You can come up with your own pros, and I encourage you to do that. Automated systems, just last night, these are some of the sales. I brought in multiple sales during the night. At 4:30 a.m., 3:55, one time, I absolutely guarantee you, I was not on my laptop. I was asleep. 1 o'clock today, I was in the gym. 3:30, just before I jumped on the call. This is the power of authority marketing and running systems that work for you 24/7, 365 days a year. So that's just today, in the space of a few hours. So this is the reality of what you can do when you do it the right way. Make money while you sleep. Last slide, just to show you on this. I pointed out earlier that there are 5,700 members in here at the moment. We have within LaunchU, we have what's called the leadership program. And this is the affiliate marketing within LaunchU. I have multiple income streams, but LaunchU run what's called the leader board program. And we get perks we get flown out to events and guest speakers. We do some of the coaching online. Just to show you, this is how the access, you're going to have access to me should you decide to join. And I'm currently number 2 in a community of several thousand people. So I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be able to do a lot to coach and help you and guide you. One other thing I don't think I showed you was my own WhatsApp group. I'm going to go back into, where do I need to go back into to show you that? And then I'm going to stop talking. Let's see, I think it's here. I think I forgot one thing. So I actually run my own WhatsApp group. You'll see here it's called Leo's Launch You WhatsApp group. I've hundreds of members in here. It's all A, B, C, gosh. And so I provide access to all the members that I bring in. I don't have to do this because, you know, you get access to the training program. I just love to give back to members that I bring in. So this is something you would have access to when you commit to join. And I popped a video in there this morning. I was actually working remotely from Starbucks just a few hours ago, and I popped a video in there. Some of our other members sharing. We do what's called a Win It Wednesday, where you get to talk about your progress and check in with each other. It's just, there's so much support, and I want to show you that, to show you the levels of support you're going to get, not just from me, but of your other fellow members in there. This is another member, really excited. Oskia just launched her own ebook. Nothing to do with what I was showing you, but using the exact same skills through the Launch You Launchpad training program, and wrote her own ebook and just launched it literally yesterday. I mean, how exciting is that? It's absolutely extraordinary. That's the realities of what you're going to have when you, I won't say should you choose, when you choose. It's like a no-brainer to give this a try it out for yourself. What I will say is that, you know, it's going to be your decision whether to move forward with this. I really hope you do. Don't be left wondering, don't be left with regrets, not at least trying it. And I think in just getting past finding reasons not to, because it's easy to do that. This is a scary thing to get into, and I get that, I understand it, but you're going to need to push through those. It's as simple as that if you want to move forward with this. I'm going to use a really tough love right now in the example that I'm going to give, in getting past whatever it is that's going to prevent you maybe from getting started. It's like, Leo, I want it, but I don't have money, I don't have time, I understand it, and I totally respect it, but please understand that nothing is going to change with your current circumstances. And that's, if you're happy with that, great. If you went to the doctors today, and if I went to the doctor and the doctor said, Leo, I got bad news, I just got your test results and you have a life-threatening condition. And unless you change your lifestyle right now, you have 6 months to live. Simple as that. That's the decision. Unless you change your diet, unless you cut out drinking beer and wine, get to the gym, get exercising, spend more time in your health. Unless you do those things, you're going to be gone in 6 months. If you do those things, you're good to go for another 20, 30, 40 years. What are you going to do? Like, really, what are you going to do? Guarantee you're going to find a way to hit the gym, to change your diet, to change your lifestyle, because literally your life depends on it. That's how I encourage you to approach this. Make it that serious. Find a way. If you do have mental blocks that are going to stop you from moving forward, find a way to push through those, because nothing is going to change until you get into the space that I've just shown you. Up until now, it's thinking about it, it's taking a look at it. Just some food for thought with that. So I'm going to leave it with that. I know I went a couple of minutes over, but I do get fired up. I get really passionate about this because I've helped hundreds of people change their lives. And you saw my earnings from this year so far. I don't need to do this today. I'm making more money than I ever wanted or needed to make, and I'm very grateful for that. But I now have the lifestyle. I literally work 3 or 4 hours a day, but I do love helping other people also change their lives, and that's why I do this. So with that, I'm going to open up. If anybody's any questions, either drop it in the Q&A or the chat. If you want to just unmute, if you want to turn your camera on, ask me anything. You have me for the next few minutes. I'm going to stop talking, take a little drink of water, and I'm going to turn the call over to everybody else here. I'm going to have a look at the chat as well. So feel free to jump out. We had Techno coming in from Libreville, Gabon. Isa, you asked what was the cost of the Launchpad today at 99. Grab that 99 checkout link. There's only a certain, Stuart gave me a handful of slots. When they're gone, and it goes back to the 197. Martha, thanks for checking in. Yeah, and once again, the links, the 99 checkout, the discounted link is there, and also the Modern Wealthy link is in the chat. Grab that before the end of the call, and so you have access to them. So who has questions? Don't be shy. Come out, talk to me. I'm real. Just to be clear, I should have said this at the top of the call, but just for clarity, today is Thursday, April the 27th, for anybody watching this. Yes, and it's Leo, and I am real, and this is a live event. Anybody would like to jump out? Now is your chance. I see somebody unmuted, but they're not talking. If you're not comfortable coming out and asking, just drop it in the chat. I've done quite a few of these. I usually run these every 1 to 2 months. So, you know, with the presentation, I generally cover most or all of the questions at this point, but there may still be 1 or 2 out there. So I always like to give that opportunity, as I say, just to pick what's left in my brain. Sven, how often do you host live webinar like this one? Not very often, Sven. As I mentioned, maybe once every 2 months. And I do it again just to pop out and take people behind the scenes. I'm very blessed and great. I don't need to do this for my business. This is to help people that, I get it. I was skeptical when I first came across this. I'm like, yeah, I like the sound of this, but is it real? Are they going to rip me off? Are they going to overpromise and underdeliver? I had all this sort of stuff going on in my head. I spent a couple of days researching everything, and I got to the point of saying, no, this feels right. I want to, and plus I didn't want to be left wondering. So that was it for me. I took off. So I don't host these very often, Sven. I do host member webinars with the members that I bring in, again, because I love helping. You saw my WhatsApp group, and I do live webinars with members as well, quite frequently. But again, you have everything you need at the Launchpad training to set everything up. And you do also get WhatsApp access to me. Say, Leo, help, I broke something, I'm stuck, what do we do? So you get one-to-one access to me as well. You're welcome, Sven, pleasure. Ahmed, is there a way to pay in another currency and not just dollars? Because in Egypt right now, it's impossible for anyone to get into. The government doesn't allow right now. That's going to be a tricky one, Sven. Everything is set up in USD. There's a possibility for Apple Pay, but I think that's more at the Launchpad level. I can check that out for you, but for the most part, the Modern Wealthy you can use with Apple Pay and either debit or credit card. For Launchpad, you would need to either set it up with either a debit or credit card because it's subscription based. It's monthly renewal until you decide you have everything, and away you go. It's a tricky one, but I say the only other option with that Ahmed will be through Apple Pay. And you will get that option when you go to the Modern Wealthy checkout. You're very welcome, Ahmed. Very welcome. Okay, we're coming up to the top of the hour. Is there anybody else would like to jump out one last time? I saw somebody with a raised hands. I don't have a name, Samsung. So who's ever using a Samsung SM was a raised hand. I think that might have been from earlier. But I don't see other. Martha, consider for sure putting it together. Absolutely. As I say, don't be left wondering. You know, we believe so much in both Modern Wealthy and Launchpad that if it's not for you, just cancel it. You get your full refund. You know, it's that simple. It's a couple of clicks and you get a full refund back. And the reason they do that is because they stand by the product. I am a product of the product, and I've been quite willing and had no problem to share what it's brought me, both in lifestyle and financial freedom. But I also showed you, based on that 66,000+ earnings this year so far, I showed you the cancellations. I have no problem with that. I like that people at least try it out for themselves. And it could be for, I don't judge anyone. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm here to try and help provide a bridge if you feel you want to make some sort of changes in your life. That's it. Okie dokie. Very good. I see, do I see another couple of people? Actually, I see a couple of new people dropping into the call that maybe got the time changed because we are coming up to the top of the hour. So I apologize if you're coming on now because we're just winding the call down. But what I will do, I did get a lot of requests from people that couldn't make it for different reasons. Either they were in work or with the time difference that was middle of the night, Australia, different places. So I will get the recording out. So if you're coming on the end, please don't stress. I will get it out to you. Isa, you're very welcome. Thank you, Leah, for inviting me. Would I be your mentor when you join? Launch You will provide your mentor at Launchpad level. So I do provide support in the WhatsApp group. I do webinars with my members, but your mentor would be a Launch You mentor. They're the real, I've learned from them. So they're the ones that are going to provide the blueprint and map your journey ahead. But I say you would have access to me through my WhatsApp group and then through WhatsApps. And I do personal one-on-one coaching, but it is more at an advanced level. Serge, how will the monthly fee work out with the current situation with the US bank closing down? I'm not sure. That may be something specific to your country, Serge. We have members all over the world that are on monthly subscription fees, and nothing has crashed there. iPhone currently in the Caribbean island, but we're going back to Africa in Zimbabwe. Am I able to get my training kit if I pay now? Absolutely. You can get your training literally in 30 seconds. It's that quick and that easy. As soon as you go into your checkout, enter your details, you get Launch You an email welcome with immediate access to log into your account. So what I'll be showing you today, you could literally start that today if you chose to do that. And regardless where you are, as I say, I started this training in Grand Cayman. I'm currently in South America for 6 months, and I'm going to be going back to Grand Cayman, and then next year I'm going to be in Ireland. This is literally a laptop lifestyle. You can take it anywhere. So regardless where you are in the world, you can access the training program. Have to leave, but we'll be in touch, Sven. No problem at all. We're going to wind it down. Thank you all so much for your time. I value it. I hope you've enjoyed what I presented. I hope you've gotten value from it. You know, ultimately, it's going to be your decision, but know that I'll be there to welcome you when you do come in. And if you have any questions, you know, you are on my email list. So if there's anything I didn't cover that you think of, just drop me a quick email, reach out to me. We'll be happy to get back to you with that. But I cannot tell you how grateful I am for you, you know, spending time to watch this. And I hope to be in a position to welcome you soon. I really, really do. Yeah, it's just an amazing space, and I'd love to welcome you in here. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please stay well, please stay safe. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Thank you all so much. Take care. Bye-bye.